Bow. Here we are, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This. Oh, get it. Get it.
It's a little something today.
It's a little something. Why not? After all, it is Wednesday. Wildin' out Wednesday.
Hump day.
It is hump day. So interesting that they call it hump day. We get to that in just a second. But first and foremost, what is this? This is Weeknights.
Weeknights.
Starring
Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the king of R&B.
That's right. And I am JD, aka He Who Pods. And we're here Monday through Friday. And we're here to give you the latest, the greatest, and the shameless of music, movies, TV, the entertainment industry.
All of the things.
All of the things. That's your term.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's get it started. Where you want to start, showrunner? Well, let me ask you a question first.
Okay. What's up? Ask me. What is it?
Do you feel like you were
Gonna be
able to
some
get...
bullshit.
I'm sorry?
I said, is it gonna be some bullshit?
Look at how you treat me.
I treat you so bad.
I'm calling HR. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, that's the question. You ever had to call HR on somebody?
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Okay.
I have had to, not even directly, but I have had to get, oh, that's not true. I have had to call HR on somebody before. Yes, I have. It was a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Actually, yes. I was in I was in Pittsburgh at the time. This is not
Yeah.
going to be a fun. This is not going to be a fun story. Sorry.
I mean, when you gotta call HR on somebody, it's usually not a fun story.
No, there was this guy who was harassing me. Actually,
Yeah.
I worked at the YMCA, and I was behind the desk. I did reception, so I had the cart of towels and things behind the desk,
Right.
and it wasn't self-serve, so you had to actually come to the desk and ask for a towel and all of that.
Right.
And I was the person who would check people in, and there was this trainer who worked there who would like tell me to grab the towels from the bottom because he wanted to see me bend over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there were other things that happened, right? But that was like one of the big ones
It was
where he
giving
would,
off big creep energy.
yes, he was. He would stare me down. He would look me up and down. He made me very, very, very uncomfortable. He would make certain comments at me. And so I had to get my manager involved, and I had to get, then HR got involved. I mean, whatever HR was at the time, I don't even think they had like a real HR department,
Mm.
but whoever was considered HR, some companies, there's like one person who's considered HR and
Yep.
that's it.
Right.
It was kind of like that. So yeah, they had to get involved. They basically just made it so that our shifts wouldn't overlap.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Even though he should have had bigger consequences. But that was a different time, as people like to say.
Yes. Yes, it
Right?
was.
Yeah. But yeah, I have. Yeah. I've had things happen where like management will get involved, but not because I went to them.
Got it.
So, but that was the only time I had to actually like file a complaint against someone, and yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't get into my HR story, but here's what I will say. The
Uh-huh.
situation was so crazy, we had to get the person completely transferred to another location. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all I
see?
can say on, national television. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, I would have appreciated if this guy was removed. He should have been, like, in hindsight, it's like, why did, I don't, I don't know. I eventually just stopped working there because I would still run into him every
Right.
now and again. and it was and then it was weird because he was upset with me because I
Sure.
told on him.
Well, of course.
So,
How dare you tell on me for being a creep?
right. But I had to be like 19. He had to be at least 30. It was just the whole thing was just really weird. I was in college. It was I don't know,
I
but
mean, the age doesn't matter. It's the inappropriate behavior. Whether he was 30 or 13, he still was inappropriate.
the reason I bring up my age is because I didn't really know what to do and how to navigate that situation. I think
Ah,
now
okay.
I have the experience enough to know what to do and know how to advocate for myself, but I really didn't know what to do.
Got it.
Um, I knew well enough to say something to someone because I would have to open sometimes and it was 5 a.m. And if it's me and him
Right,
and whatever one person comes in at 5 a.m. for training,
right.
it was very uncomfortable to know that there weren't a lot of people around. So I knew I had to do something.
And you
But
did the right
that's what
thing.
I mean. Thank you. But that's what I mean when I say I think I was just a lot more inexperienced then, and I call out his age because I feel like he just should have known better.
Absolutely.
Um, but yeah,
All right. Dark times.
dark times. Can we lift this up, please?
Sure.
Can we lift it up
Let's
with some good
celebrate. Let's celebrate Keke Palmer.
good news? We love good news.
When we originally spoke about the Golden Globes, we were so excited about some of our favorites that we forgot about the industry's favorite, Keke Palmer.
Miss Keke, baby, this is Keke Palmer.
Yep, yep, that's her. And
Yes, that
Keke
Keke Palmer.
Palmer, I believe, is the first person to ever win a Golden Globe for hosting a show.
I don't a game show.
Ah, that's what it was. Okay.
I don't know if she's first. She might be first woman
Okay, let me see here.
or first woman within a certain time frame.
Let me spec it. You know what I mean?
But I don't think she's the first person.
All right, we about to find out.
But I don't think a woman has won in that category, or a woman hasn't won, or someone hasn't won for a game show. Maybe. All right, let me just let you do what you do because I'm over here saying a lot of nothing.
Don't worry, I got you. This is what co-hosts are supposed to do.
All right, hold me down then.
Hold
I'm
me
gonna just say,
down. Hold me
even though
down
I didn't
like I
comb
owe
my hair
you rent.
today. But honestly, to get your hair under a hat, you have to comb it. I just want to point that out.
Oh, okay, yep.
You probably didn't hear me.
What'd you say?
I was saying I'm gonna just sit here and look pretty, even though I didn't comb my hair today. And then I thought about
Ah,
it and I was like, but I had to comb my hair to get it in this hat.
that's true.
So
So Deadline says, oh, skip
okay.
ad. Deadline says Keke Palmer becomes first woman in 15 years to win Emmy for game show host. So actually, this has nothing to do with the Golden Globes. This is about
Oh, this was an
Emmys.
Emmy. Oh, we suck.
Look at us being wrong on Al
Look at us
Gore's
fact
internet.
checking in real time.
Yep.
That's
Palmer
more than we
becomes
get
the
to
first woman to win the award since 2009 when Meredith Vieira won for the syndicated run of Who
Oh,
Wants
who
to Be a
wants to be a
Millionaire.
millionaire?
She's also the first black woman to be nominated or win the category. It also
Okay.
marks the first time in 50 years that a password host has been nominated or won the category.
Okay, good for her. I'm excited. I love Keke Palmer. I'm excited for her.
Just close all
She's
this
done.
stuff out, you know what I mean?
She's
And unspec myself.
yes. Keke
Unspec.
Palmer.
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer is dope. She's had such an interesting trajectory. They always say that Keke Palmer always has a job, and it's true. Like she works. She always has something
Yeah.
that she's working on, and I love that. I admire that a lot.
No,
So
listen,
good for
Keke
her.
Palmer is grinding her ass off. Like, Keke Palmer is out here getting to it.
Yep.
She's
And
not
dodging
playing.
that baby daddy. Oh. Somebody had to say it.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Whatever.
But
Whatever. I said it.
Keke Palmer
Shoot.
is an industry darling. The industry loves Keke Palmer, and so they're going to give her all the hostings and postings and ghostings and showings, everything. All the words that rhyme. Keke
Yeah.
Palmer's going to get all the looks, as they say now. Keke Palmer is going to be doing her motherfucking thing. And she does a good job. So why not call her back? It's not like she sucks and they keep giving her jobs. She keeps going out there, embodying it and doing her thing. And so, yeah, I think that's
And
awesome.
she's been working for a long time. She's
Yeah,
been
she's a
working since she
childhood
was
star,
a
no?
kid.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like everything that we're seeing her do now and in the last few years, she's earned,
Right.
right? I don't think they just put her out there and, was like, oh, let's see if it works. I think she earned the space she's in right
You
now.
think she earned being in the girlfriend video?
Well, that was fate.
I know, but that's why I ask.
Yeah,
Let's
that
be
was
trying to
fate.
be a little controversial on this Wild
I
Out
know you're trying
Wednesday.
to be controversial, and
You know
that's
what I'm
fine,
saying?
but it was fate. It was fate. It was that same baby daddy that I mentioned a little while
It
ago.
was
It was
rollout.
it was his fault. So
Yeah, it was rollout.
yeah. So whatever. So I'm excited for her. I am excited for her. I think that's really cool
Yep,
to not only
I
win
agree.
but then win a category like that. That's almost kind of
And listen, I'm excited
yeah.
anytime one of us does something for the first time. Anytime one of us comes in and does some groundbreaking shit, I'm excited to see a person of color, a black person, and a woman come in and be the first in the category. And she was all three here. And so I'm excited about that as well. Thank you, Keke Palmer, for breaking new ground for us. And hopefully they start to recognize some of the other fly hosts who are doing things.
Yeah, of
I don't know how
course.
many of us are hosting game shows, but game show hosts, watch your back. You know what I'm saying? Because we coming for the game show now. You know what I'm saying? You thought you could
Right.
just ask us what's behind door number 3. Now, fuck that. I'm going to ask you what's behind door number 3.
Exactly. Exactly. You're right. You're right. All that energy. All
That's
that
right.
energy.
Speaking of energy,
Talk to me.
Ari Lennox had some things to say about the energy on the Rod Wave tour.
Yeah. I
She
gotta be
had some,
honest with you. I don't know a lot about Rod Wave.
me either, but I know he's a star.
Yes. Yes.
And I know
Agree
that
on that.
for Ari Lennox, this was
Hmm.
a tremendous opportunity.
Okay.
In fact, she herself said in the video that she was able to catch up on bills because of this tour.
Wow. Maybe I need to go on tour.
You do need to go on tour, King of R&B.
Make a little extra money, okay? I need that money,
She
honey.
says she was able to catch up on bills, which is what makes this video hard for me as one, an Ari Lennox fan, two, a person who loves creating music, three, a person who loves performing that music, even though it's been some years since I've performed, a topic for another time. What's hard about this is I see lots of pieces here in play. She was the only person who kind of, listen, when you're an opener, your job is to go out there and warm up the crowd for the main act. I was trying to figure out a better way to say it, but you're going out there to warm up the crowd or keep the crowd entertained until the main act comes out.
Like Babyface was trying to do for Anita Baker.
Absolutely. And I know that was a joke, but I ain't paying you no mind.
What? It's
trying to
fine.
start shit again. We already got enough beef with the internet over that, okay?
Hmm.
Now,
At least I didn't say anything about Fantasia because you know they were getting my ass for
man,
that.
they love Fantasia, and Fantasia's still looking good, by the way. I appreciate Fantasia still looking like, you know, an appetizer or two, you know?
An appetizer or two.
Yeah, instead of saying a snack, I wanted to change it up, an appetizer or two. Because sometimes one appetizer ain't enough. You're like, man, there was only 4 mozzarella sticks. You got some onion rings back there or something. What's up? Like,
I would love some mozzarella sticks right now.
can't go wrong with mozzarella sticks. But sometimes they be cheap on the
Okay.
mozzarella sticks. And so Fantasia's still out here looking like two of those. Now,
Okay.
back to
All
the
right.
subject at
With
hand,
the
which is
with the good marinara sauce too.
that's right. Now back to the subject at hand, Ari Lennox. And so the job is to it's a difficult task, especially when you cannot connect with that audience. Listen, as a native New Yorker, I have been to tons of shows where I'm an audience member. Fuck performing. I'm an audience member. I'm here to see Wu Tang or Nas or any legendary act, right? And even before that, I remember just going to see Lupe when a lot of people didn't know who Lupe Fiasco was still. And the openers in New York get a really hard time. New York is a tough audience. I mean, and a lot of times the opening acts are boring and make you yawn. Just kidding. A lot of times,
Listen, I just got off work, okay? Cut me some slack, all right? I don't want no shit talking in the comments about how I was yawning, all right?
talk some shit,
Thank
y'all. Let her know. Get her a call. Buy Dash a coffee. You know what I'm saying?
you. Cash at me.
Right. Anyway, I'm trying to say that it's hard being an opening act, especially for a couple reasons. Number one, the audience usually don't give a fuck about you. They usually are like, yo, hurry up and get this person off the stage. We just want to see who we paid to come see. Number two, you really?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I woke up early this morning and then I just got off work. I haven't had any
Oh,
coffee today.
shit. You should have had one.
I thought about that, but I ran out of time. I was gonna run to
Oh
Dunkin'
my
and I
God.
didn't have time.
That's fine. All of this could stay in as far as I'm concerned. That was hilarious.
I was planning on
Um,
going to get my $2 coffee,
should have
and
got it.
I ain't had time for that.
I understand. And that's how the audience feels when you're an opening act. They're like, yo, I don't have time to sit here or stand here and watch this performer. And I can understand that sentiment. It's hard to win over an audience that really doesn't give a fuck about you, right? They don't care. They didn't come
Yeah,
to see you. We came to see the king of R&B. Why is JD here? Get JD out of here. We want to see the king of R&B. You know what I'm saying?
that's
That's right. And so I think that is already a big challenge. Now,
uh,
the problem comes when you get on the internet and complain to everyone. That's where the challenges come. Ari Lennox came up there and said it was really hard for her. She spoke about the evening when the bottle was thrown at her. She said she knew it wasn't a surprise because she was up there trying to affirm the audience, and they were upset that she was trying to affirm them. She said, y'all mad at me for trying to affirm y'all? She said, I should have known too, because actually I wasn't surprised because the left side just had the energy of the left side was bad all night. It was really dark energy, y'all.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
No, what's unfortunate is that you cut on your camera and told us that this huge opportunity, which allowed you to catch up on bills, your words, not mine, was a bad experience. Well, why?
So you're bothered by the fact that she shared that it wasn't a good experience for her.
I think as an Ari Lennox fan, this is hard to deal with. Because yes, we as Ari Lennox fans don't like that Ari Lennox had a hard time. But we have to think about the fact that Ari Lennox and her team accepted this tour. She accepted the
I
tour,
hear
and
you.
clearly it benefited her because, as she said, she was able to catch up on bills.
Yes, but
And
that, but it was a job that she was doing, first of all, so that makes sense. I feel like there's a conversation adjacent to this one about the fact that Ari Lennox doesn't make enough money to pay her bills.
yep,
That bothers me.
bothers me too.
She's
That was the
super
next thing I was
talented.
going to say.
She's super talented and shouldn't
Absolutely.
have to, you know,
But
worry
that's
about
part of
stuff
what's
like
hard for me about watching her get on camera and complain about this tour. If you're Rod Wave and you see this video like the rest of us saw this video, let's make it bigger than Rod Wave. If you're the head of a record label and you see this, why would you now take Ari Lennox and ask her to come open for your big act?
well, I feel like artists do speak about when an audience is not that energetic or they're fatigued or whatever it is, especially if you're talking about an opening act. I actually don't think it's that strange that she spoke about her experience,
Can
especially because the bottle thing happened.
can you name me
I
three other artists who have done the same thing?
no,
Exactly.
not because I can. I don't really think I need to. I think that artists talk about their tour experiences. I don't think it's because I guess what is the idea here that she's being ungrateful, that
Yes,
she should accept the fact that the crowd didn't like her and move on.
that's part of being an artist. It's a
I think it
challenge of being an artist. We've all gotten booed. We all have performed and it didn't connect with the audience in question. But my
but
problem
I
as an
guess my
Ari Lennox fan,
question
and this feeds to the bigger problem, is Ari Lennox likes to talk to the internet way too much. Every time Ari Lennox has a problem with anything, she cuts on the cameras. And I love Ari Lennox music. Oh man, I love Ari Lennox music. And anytime I've been able to see her perform, both times I was super excited. And I know we joke all the time about her panties showing. It was not because her panties were showing. It was because she's an amazing talent and I love her music and her performance skills. But every time she has a problem with any and everything, she cuts on the cameras.
she does, and I haven't always agreed, and I've said it publicly that I don't always agree when she comes out and says things. I just don't. I guess I'm not lumping this one with that
Okay.
because I think if you had a bad experience, you had a bad experience. I don't think, unless I only saw the clip that Hip Hop DX posted. I don't know what else was said, but what I gathered was she was just expressing the energy was off to the crowd. I mean, and to your point, you made the point that people don't want to be bothered with an opening act, so that kind of aligns with what she's saying. But also, I didn't feel like she was bashing the crowd, or she was. To me, it didn't sound like that. I would have to watch
She
it
said the
again.
left crowd was full of dark energy.
Oh well, I guess that's that. But yeah, outside of that, I didn't. I guess I guess I would feel differently if she had came on and been like, "Well, fuck them," and Rod Waves, listeners or fans are thinking in podcast terms. Rod Waves fans are trash, and I hate them, and blah 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 blah. I think if she would have done that, then I probably would have been like, I don't like this. I typically don't like when she comes. I always say and I've said it to you, that I think she needs to. I think she needs to put a lid on it when it comes to the social media stuff. And I don't think that every time that you don't like something that happened, I think you want to complain, you can complain in private. I just don't, I don't know. I'm a little bit torn on this.
Yeah, I'm torn
I'm a
too
little
because
bit
I'm an
torn
Ari
on this
Lennox
one.
fan. But as you, this was a tremendous opportunity for Ari Lennox. And as an Ari Lennox fan, to me, the bigger issue is not her complaining on camera. To me, the bigger issue is you're complaining about being on tour with a huge artist. Why would another huge artist then turn around and say, hey, come on my tour? I think that Ari Lennox getting on camera and complaining about being on this big tour that helped her catch up on bills, quote unquote, is doing herself a disservice. I think it will make other artists look at her and say, well, then I don't want you on my tour either. And I don't want that as an Ari Lennox fan. I want Ari Lennox to get all the big opportunities and all the looks.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I understand that. I don't know. Then where's the line? What are you allowed to say? Just
But
nothing?
why do you have to say anything on camera? That's what I don't understand.
Because people use social media, people publicly talk about things. That's the world we live in. I don't think it's weird for an artist to get on camera and talk about an experience they had. I think that's actually pretty common. So that's why I'm asking, where's the line? Because what are they allowed to talk about, and versus what shouldn't they? And there are a lot of people who would say, fans who would say they prefer the artist that speaks about their experiences and speaks about their lives, as opposed to the artist that tells you nothing and you don't know who they are behind the music. You don't have to know. I mean, just it's really nobody's business. But I would say there's probably a lot of fans who appreciate that she gets on and shares those things. And maybe you're right. Maybe there will be artists who don't want to have her as a headliner, um, to open for them, because of the fact that she doesn't seem to be appreciative. But I don't know. I guess I also think that's why some people love her, because she gets on her lives, and because she's kind of awkward in some ways, and because she kind of just spills it and says what she thinks. And I'm not saying it's right, but I think it works for her. I think it's a part of her shtick at this point.
I don't want it to
So
be.
I got you.
And
I
I
understand.
can't help but wonder how this is affecting her bottom line.
Well, yeah.
Because if I'm the head of Warner Brothers Music and I'm booking, let's just say, Cardi B's tour, after
Mhm.
seeing this video, why would I want to put Ari Lennox on as the opener for Cardi B? Cardi B is a huge star. That would be an amazing opportunity for Ari Lennox. But why would I give her that opportunity if I saw this video?
What does Rod Wave do? I don't mean to be disrespectful. Is he a singer or a
No,
rapper, or
he's a
what does
hip
he
hop
do?
artist
He's a hip hop artist. I'm just
with a
wondering
huge fan
if
base.
I know he has a huge fan base, but I honestly, like I said, I'm not familiar with his music. So I don't want to misspeak about what he does. I just wonder if for Ari Lennox, she needs to be she. That's a big deal, right? But maybe it just didn't align with her audience.
Right, and I agree, it did not. But that's part of doing the opening act. You're hoping that you're gonna tap in with this new audience and also, of course, pay your bills, get more exposure, etc. My question remains, if I'm the head of Warner Brother Music and I'm looking to, I mean, I'm nobody, I'm Joe Schmo, right? But if I'm the head of Warner Brother Music or Atlantic Music and I'm looking to get Cardi B's United States tour set up. After seeing this video, why would I book Ari Lennox?
I just don't think it was as damaging as you're saying. I
Okay.
think, I mean, sure, if you want to put it together with all of the other times she's said something publicly, like when she said she didn't win a Soul Train award and she felt she should have, and things like that, then cool. I just didn't think that what I saw, and like I said, maybe I didn't see the full video, but the part that I saw didn't seem that damaging. It seemed like she was more trying to say, people weren't connecting with her music. She was trying to perform, and she could tell that, which I think I don't think she's the first, like I said, and I don't have a list, sorry, but I don't think she's the first artist to say that she was performing in front of a crowd and the crowd wasn't connecting with her music or her performance.
But that's part of the
So
job.
I get that it's part of the job, but you can't say it out loud.
You signed up for it. Literally signed up for it.
Okay, okay.
I'm
I'm not an
conflicted. Like I
artist,
said,
so I
as
don't.
an artist, as an artist, I totally understand her plight. I understand the challenges, but the camera is the problem. Not saying to your friend, "Hey, friend,
Mhm.
that was really hard to do. I cried some nights because I just got booed for half hour." Nothing wrong with that. It's this. It's this. All of this. The lights, the cameras, the microphones. When you cut that on and start complaining, that's the issue. And we can
Okay.
agree to disagree. We don't got to make this a 40
Yeah, I
minute
mean,
thing, but
I'm done.
I
I'm
don't
done. I
I
don't have
think
anything else to say about it. It's just
I
kind
think it's a
of.
bad I think it's a bad look for a lot of reasons.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. So, we can move on.
Okay. What else we got today?
Let me check our doc. Docky doc.
Oh, really? Docky doc 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 is what you just said.
That's what I said. Docky doc.
That's fascinating.
It's
Fascinating
my
stuff.
old age. Speaking of
Now I'm
old
gonna go
age,
on live and complain about you.
that's right. Speaking of old age, let's talk about an elder statesman of hip hop. You
Ah,
guessed it,
mm-hmm.
Hovey Baby.
I'm never gonna call him that.
I know it's me being silly because that's the song. But two things. Number one, I found out today that the Clarence movie soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
there is a 9-minute song that a lot of people are excited about, and it drops on Friday. The 9-minute song is Jay-Z and D'Angelo.
Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be excited about that. That sounds like hell. But
I don't know either. I'm very nervous because 9 minutes is a long ass time, and this is not a rock band.
and
Typically,
like what
9-minute songs are exciting if there's like a rock band or something keeping it very exciting, or like Joe Budden when he was an artist and Lupe Fiasco when you just have 10 minutes of straight bars.
what are Jay-Z and D'Angelo gonna do together for 9 minutes?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
This is not thrilling. I just want to be clear.
As a Jay-Z fan, once again, much like the Ari Lennox topic, I'm very nervous.
Yeah,
I'm
because
very
I also
nervous.
love Jay-Z, but this is what are we doing here? What?
I don't
All
know.
right, God was cool, but you had other people on the song too, so it kind of balanced things out.
He's
I
got
don't.
somebody else on this song too.
Who?
D'Angelo.
D'Angelo? What again? I'm asking you. What are Jay Z and D'Angelo going to do together? And I will eat my words on Friday if it's heat, if it's hot smoky fire. Okay, I will take it back. I promise you that. But but explain to me what D'Angelo and Jay Z are supposed to be doing for 9 minutes straight.
I don't know. I'm very curious to see it. And you know what else I'm curious about? I'm curious about what a Jay-Z Super Bowl performance would look like. And so are other people because he was actually just asked, hey, we know Usher's about to kill it at the Super Bowl. What about you? You gonna perform at the Super Bowl one day?
He said he didn't want to be one of the first ones. He
And
said he
and
didn't
and he
think that
shouldn't have
because he
been.
was a producer, it was the right thing to do. I actually disagree. I think he totally could have gotten his Super Bowl performance off by now, and I think he should get one at some point. He's so huge. He has so many songs that he could sing, and he can make it really interesting. I don't think Jay Z is. I think Jay Z as a rapper is really interesting. I think seeing Jay Z perform at the Super Bowl versus anywhere else is probably not that spectacular. Meaning, rappers kind of just do what they do, especially a older rapper like Jay.
I'm scared about where you're going, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Especially like an older rapper like Jay Z. They just kind of move around the stage and rap. They don't. There's not. Listen, you have
They're
to
not
have
jumping
stage
up and down like Rod Wave would.
to be a good or like Lil Uzi or whoever. So it's not to be disrespectful. I have seen Jay Z perform live, and that's why I'm saying I think that this could be really interesting because he could also elevate a lot of other artists who he's worked with at
Yeah,
the same time. And I think for a Super Bowl performance, he would need to because of the fact that he is not going to get up there and shake his ass, or he's not just going to rock, or do the Dougie.
right.
Dougie Fresh. I love Dougie Fresh. I think he's great. Or or something else. Like there's a bunch of newer artists that it's a performance piece. He's not like Offset. He's not going to dress up like Michael Jackson and give us some dance moves. You know
No,
what I
he's
mean?
not.
And that's okay. That's okay. I just want to be clear. I'm not saying he should do those things. What I'm saying is that is not what makes a great Super Bowl performance. There would
Right.
have to be some other pomp and circumstance in order for that to be interesting. So I think that it would be incredible to see him do a Super Bowl performance. Um, but he would need to call on his famous friends to come and join him
Absolutely. Or
and
his
make
famous
it
wife.
spectacular, or his famous wife, but I don't think she will do it.
I understand.
Just don't think she would. But plenty of other people are available to come sing or dance or whatever on a Jay-Z as on a song that they've been featured on. So
Yeah, I
I'd love to
agree.
see
I
it.
don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. I'm done.
Oh, yeah, I agree that it would be dope to see Jay Z perform. It would behoove him to bring in some of his other collaborators. But if I was Jay Z, I would purposely be the last person to perform on the Super Bowl contract. I would not put myself anywhere near the first 10 because it just seems super greedy. I totally agree with what he said. He said it seems greedy to put myself out as one of the first ones. And I totally agree. Jay-Z should be the last person in the contract if it was me. If I had the contract, you would not see JD Nero perform until like, oh, when the contract expires? Okay, cool, got it. And I would put it down the same day I wrote the contract. All right. It expires the 35th, 2035. All right. 2035 Jay-Z Super Bowl performance.
I respect that. And
Yeah.
I understand why you say that. I get it. I just feel like it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't. I don't think it's greedy. I think that I think that I think that him wanting to be featured in it is also a way to show other artists that
Whoops.
we out here. I think it's a way to show other artists like it's okay to be up here on this stage. When we call you and we invite you, I'm doing it too. Like I'm not just in the background trying to pacify the big wigs in the boardroom. I actually believe in this. I think that it will show a different level of his investment, right? I don't see it as him being greedy. I see it as um, sometimes in order to get people on board to something, you have to start from within.
Mhm.
And I think that that's the way that I'm looking at it. I don't think it would be greedy at all, although I understand it, but I understand that perspective. I just don't know if I don't know if I think people would take it that way. I think he could do it, and I think it would be okay for him to do it. And I think there's a possibility you would see other artists who maybe previously were like, I'm not fucking with the NFL, or I'm not doing this. Even, Jay-Z is there, but like, we don't really see him, right? Like, he has all these other people going on stage for him and whatever. But I think for some people, they might see him and be like, this is actually kind of dope, like he's trailblazing.
Got you.
So,
I think the fact that he has the NFL deal is trailblazing enough. I don't think he needs to go on stage and rip the stage for his presence to be felt in that arena, or for other artists to say, "Hey, I'm on board." I think just the fact that it's Jay-Z doing the deal, Jay-Z is the one who's kind of presenting or putting together, producing this show. I think that makes a ton of artists willing to do it, and I think that's why we've gotten some of the artists we've gotten during these last couple years.
yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that.
Yeah. All right. We got one more topic. You want to hit it, or should we get up out of here?
Let's get up out of here.
Oh, all right. Then that's it then. All right, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what y'all think in the comments.
tell us, please. We want to know.
That's right. See y'all
They say this
tomorrow
is
night.
millennials do.
Oh, that's what they do.
This is what millennials do in photos.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to be a millennial.
I don't
And
be
on that
millennial.
note, we're out of here. See y'all tomorrow night.
Bye.